walk down the street, says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon graveyard. Boom dip, boom dip. Dogs in the moonlight. Welcome to the SEO Show, the show where we talk about Google search trends to put those words in our metadata to encourage organic search discovery and organic audience. If this is your first time here, welcome to the cheapest way to get audience members on the web. Is that accurate?
Yeah, sorry, I was just calculating the metadata real quick. How's everyone doing? Zach Show Live here. Happy to be here, that's all.
We're back from our Christmas break. We have Zach Show Live here. We have Evan Rogers here. We're still waiting on Tree, but maybe she'll be here soon. We're back from our winter break. How was your guys' winter breaks?
Really good. A happy new year to you both, and a happy birthday to Evan, who actually we coincidentally have the same birthday.
It's rad.
That's crazy. You don't.
It is. I'm gonna grab headphones real quick. Be right back.
That's the thing about birthdays. You gotta grab headphones. What the fuck is this? What is this rendition that's like double time?
It's ska. It's a ska cover. Ever heard of it?
I don't really like ska.
I don't like ska either, but we've been doing this show for a long time, and it's like
we're in the ska era of SEO show. Is basically what we're trying to say.
Most of the covers of Call Me Al are like acoustic covers and just full band covers that sound pretty much similar to the original. So anytime there's a cover that sounds a little bit different, I use that one, even if I don't love the genre. And I agree with you, ska is kind of one of the worst genres.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, we're drawing some lines in the sand here.
You like ska?
No. I wouldn't say that I love ska, but there's some real ska heads out there.
Oh, I know.
For sure.
And I'm coming right at them. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
It's a direct attack on ska heads. It's garbage music. Nah, it was probably cool for the time, but it's kind of like a timestamp. It's like a timestamp worse than I don't know.
I just don't know how you.
It's just undanceable. It's undanceable. Like if you dance to ska, you look like an idiot.
I've heard there's a specific dance called skanking, and I can't remember what it looks like, but I know it looks kind of just ridiculous, right?
Oh man, I got
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how to skank. YouTube.com. Man, the internet's great, guys.
Guys, if you haven't heard about the internet, you might want to tune in or check out your local newspaper and
go to your local library.
Guys, if you're not a skank or want to know how to skank, leave us a review in the Apple Store or wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is a really great video that I got going on right here.
You're looking at somebody skanking?
Yeah.
Can you describe it for the audience?
There's a fedora involved for sure. And it's like, wow, get jacked skanking. It's like a mini DV video. So there's a lot of zooming involved. Oh, wow, there's lots of variations. Hula skanking. Wow.
Mini DV, definitely in the era of ska. That's like a late 90s, early 2000s format.
I just Googled just skank in general.
Oh.
And the second definition is a steady-paced dance performed to reggae music, characterized by rhythmically blending forward, raising the knees, extending the hands, palms downward. Huh.
Yeah. Like, this isn't even something I dislike about it. This is just
I kind of know what skanking is, I guess.
So before we get in the trends, should we try to get Tree on the line? She's not answering. Or she didn't. She said she would be on, but where is she?
She's not on. Let's give her a ring.
When we come back, folks, we will have Tree on the line, and we will be coming right at you with the latest Google search trends.
Hey!
Finally. Oh my God.
Auga!
The audience
We
at
got
home
it.
won't realize that about 20 minutes have gone by.
You guys, it was the blood moon.
It was the blood moon is what Tree is blaming her technical issues on.
I'm all about the moon. It's telling me it was the blood moon.
Did you guys see it?
I didn't see it with my nude eyes.
I fell asleep.
I saw it with my nude eyes, but not during the eclipse because it was real cold.
Ah.
Around what time do you think it happened? It was like midnight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as
It was very high in the sky when it happened.
There was what in the sky?
It was very high in the sky when it happened.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
we're
it was
back.
Actually red. Huh?
Was the blood moon? Blood moon wasn't even trending on Google search terms. I gotta say,
It
kind of
was trending on
surprised.
fucking Instagram though.
So,
Everybody
for
had to
sure.
get a snap of that tiny ass moon.
Yeah, bad pics, right? Are you? Am I right? Like,
all the bad pics.
I didn't see it, so I saw it in pictures, but yeah, it did look pretty tiny.
so this is the SEO show. This is the show where we look at Google search trending searches. If you want to play along at home, you can pull up trends.google.com. It's going to be in the future for you, so it's going to be different, but you can still sort of see what we're looking at. Maybe you can travel back to this date, Monday, January 21st. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Hello, that's great. Did anybody get the day off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, that's good.
Yep, no one's
healthy.
working today. Are you guys getting? I only have 3 top trends.
Yeah, me too. I think it's because the day's only halfway over. If you,
Oh,
that's what I'm getting. You guys seeing this too? Same thing.
I'm
I
saying
guess
it
that's
as well,
true.
yes.
I think it's a new choice maybe for Google,
To actually
Maybe-
be like synced with time. That's kind of cool.
or like I don't know, because like normally every day has like what 20 top searches. Maybe they were showing that much, and they were like, well, just because these are the top ones now, it's not. It's sort of like it's deceiving to like talk about these things since the day isn't even over yet.
I wonder if it like
Or
resets.
close to over.
I wonder if it resets like a big clock resets every day when they start marking when the news happens.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, that's how it would work.
I guess that's cool because I guess I thought it was like on a rolling kind of thing. We also have never really done this show like in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
That's also why.
How do you like it earlier in the day right now?
How do you like it? How do you like it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's all right.
yeah. I actually we recorded an episode last week. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it went awry, so to speak.
Wait, why?
Well, Zach got really hyped up because it was his birthday.
No, it was not my
Logan's
birthday.
It was Logan's birthday. Our little sister's birthday, and he was like, let's record SEO. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And he grabbed his phone, he like got everything ready, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then, but earlier in the night, about like 30 or 40 minutes beforehand, I gave him a bunch of decarboxylated weed. And I guess it was way too much, and it kicked in like about 5 or 10 minutes into recording the episode.
What was the tall tale? Were you like slurring your words or something, or you just fall asleep?
I know, like I was just like I was kind of like coming in and out of like I was like zoning out so easily. Like I would like close my eyes and then open them again and like forget what I was doing. And it was like I haven't been that high in like honestly like 10 years.
Wow.
And I was just like, whoa. And I said it in the pod. I'm like, I'm so high. And I just tried to end it. I kept trying to end the show.
We ended it 20 minutes into it.
Do you have the audio for that?
Yeah, we posted it last week.
Yeah, it's up.
You should post it on 420. Ooh,
It's already
some
posted.
marketing. We should.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you posted it already? Oh.
Yeah, I posted it after we recorded it. That's
I
the
thought you scrapped it. Okay, never mind.
No, it's actually really. I think it's one of the funniest episodes, though. Honestly,
Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking. I listened to it back. I'm like, wow, I sound so high, and it's funny. I think it sucks, but I don't know. Maybe just because I was there and it was funny. But I was just, I mean, yeah. But yeah.
Funny to listen to, not so funny to live through.
Right, exactly.
I thought it was still fun.
Got it.
I was
I did like it, but I was just like, I got super overwhelmed, and the news was all bad.
Oh, it was bad.
So
Yeah,
I actually wanted to bring up a quote from that episode. Ryan actually called it a psychological landmines is what the SEO show has become. And it's just like you're living.
That's
and so
because we're here as like jesters trying to like goof about the news and stuff, and then you'll get like this thing about like a bunch of like little like teen Taiwanese kids stuck in a cave who are probably going to die, and you have to be like, haha, but actually here's something funny.
That's exactly it. I feel like we should lean into that because that's just like the darkest thing ever. Like, you know.
That's just how life is.
Because everybody feels like that. Like, you can't, I don't know. Who does it well? It's hard to report the news. Maybe that's why it's easier to report it with a blank stare.
I think that is the
Wait, how did you guys all get verified on Anchor?
We're verified?
Yeah, you got the purple check.
Man, I don't know.
Oh, because you guys are, maybe they heard all the ads that we give Anchor.
Oh,
that probably is why.
Is Tree verified, or just me and
Tree is verified? Tree is verified.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
I guess so. I can't. My only guess is that we know John, my friend John Lagomarcino works at Anchor, and maybe he like personally was like, verify these folks.
That's so funny.
You didn't get one. I don't. So you're not verified, Evan.
I'm not verified now.
You're definitely verified.
That's really awkward.
You're literally Dr. SEO. Why aren't you verified?
Well, I've only done one podcast, and it's pretty inconsistent. It's a great podcast, though. I did a podcast with Red Gaskell after he made his illustrated Kanye tweets book, which was pretty tight, actually.
Oh, actually, I did listen to that. I forgot about that. It's a while ago.
But I haven't done any podcast since. Except for SEO Show, which is what we're doing today.
Welcome back. And any listeners who have been paying attention to the show, I know I released about like 5+ hours of audio this week, and you know, I'll chill for a second to give you some time to catch up.
That's true. Yeah, you just recorded something yesterday?
Yeah, I recorded a 3-hour-long conversation about artificial intelligence with my friend Nate, who I had known since 1998.
Holy shit, Nate?
Yeah,
1990 Nate.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's studying machine learning right now, and he's just like so into like all that shit. And so we had a deep, long convo.
That's such great news. Holy shit, when did he start doing that?
Just like recently, but he's been coding for a bit, and he's been like a nerd about it, so he knows about it despite just starting the machine learning stuff.
Dang, I love that. All right, cool.
So we should get into the dang topics. It's kind of late, but we should do it.
Well, yeah, we need to catch up.
I will say that right before this call, when I was waiting for all the awkwardness, I started watching. Have we recorded this since then? I guess the first one was the high one, right? Since the 2019 New Year?
Yeah.
That was the first one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys talk about the year in search?
No, what's that?
It's Google's, like, basically the same thing as the...
Where do you see it?
Oh, great.
It's, like, on the homepage.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
where
so
where is it? I want to dislike the video.
It was one of the first things I saw. You just have to scroll down a little bit.
Or hit the menu bar in the side, and it's underneath trending searches.
Yeah. It says year in search is a little globe. So if you're playing at home, do you want to talk about these?
No one watched it, I'm sure. But do we want to talk
they're kind of depressing. Like the searches one is like 3 people that killed themselves.
Oh, Mac Miller, Kate Spade, and Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, but no, it's because at the beginning they pump it up with all these like happy moments. It was like one of the most cringy, corny, but like happy.
Oh, it's a video. Whoa.
Yeah, the video. We got like memes. We got babies. We got
Alex.
Let me play a little bit of the audio for the audience.
Yeah.
There's a baby.
Alex.
And his dad.
Hello, you.
This is a miracle rescue, but all 13 members of the soccer team are out of the
there we
cave.
go.
He
The soccer
We
team
got
got
the
out of the
kids.
cave.
set on feeding as many homeless people as possible.
This election, we've seen historic voter turnout.
Okay, so you get it. Okay.
Yeah, they reused a lot of footage from.
Huh?
They reused a lot of footage from the Pixel advertisement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, boo. I'm gonna say boo on that.
Shame. That's embarrassing.
I did like the Year in Search 2018 video. I think it could have used a little bit more Will Smith.
Wow.
That's hot.
They have LeBron in here being a family man. Yeah, I don't know. What the bad thing about this is, like, I don't know. The YouTube Rewind was corny, but it was like more comical, so it was different than this. This just makes you feel like you want to cry, but you know you're being manipulated because the music that they're playing and like a child getting his hearing for the first time, like that's just so like you're gonna feel something, but you just feel bad about feeling something because it's really cringy.
I don't know. The YouTube Rewind made me want to cry.
Did it? The campfire.
Yeah,
Because it was so good.
No, because it was so bad.
I thought it was good, and I thought it was really cool of those people to speak about, social justice
Mukbang.
stuff and being brave. Nah,
Yeah.
JK. I don't know. It is really crazy. I don't know.
Because
Let's just do regular topics.
Okay.
Well, do you want to talk? I just want to say on the list of things that are trending, Logan Paul's on here twice.
Oh, really? Let's see.
Only search result to be on here twice.
Let's see. Well, do we know what he did? You guys
Yeah,
know?
Suicide Forest. I think he peaked right on the first day. I think he was on top, and he stayed on top.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like January 5th or something like that.
Still.
Oh man, Stan Lee is on here. I did just see in the Spider-Verse.
I heard it was
I heard it was
good.
really
How was
good.
it?
It's damn
I
good.
didn't see it either.
Even
Oh,
though it's
right.
Damn
good. It was good, right?
Oh yeah. No, I would say it had a way better ending than any of the Marvel movies.
Wow.
Well, Marvel Universe movies.
Yeah.
In that
Speaking of,
it had an ending.
Right. I guess you're right.
Speaking of Marvel Universe movies, did you guys see Bird Box?
I did.
Did you hear about the
Have you
Bird
guys-
Box challenge and how actually this is relevant? Google is trying to censor those videos because people are literally dying.
You can't laugh.
I mean, it's not okay to laugh, but it's like we're literally it must be so frustrating to
Right.
be people that control these things because it's like, come on, people, don't.
It's
go
like, you guys are
around.
idiots. What are you doing?
Well, you guys know the movie Bird Box is actually funded by Russia.
Shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
This is the real 2019 juice right
Wow.
So I was watching.
I'm watching a lot of stuff about the KGB, so I'm a little paranoid right now.
I was watching iJustine's Lunar stream last night.
Mm.
And they just couldn't help themselves about flat Earth and flat Moon conspiracies.
What do you mean?
Wow.
What were they saying?
Well, the commenter, as everyone knows, if you're a good streamer, you want to interact with the chat.
Yeah.
And of course, the chat was blasting flat Earth, flat Moon, fake moon landing stuff. And I want to give props to iJustine for handling it well, playing it cool, but definitely not being about it. She's like, yeah, we can all live in our own lies. Let's live in some lies. And
Wait,
I'm like,
for those
yeah.
of us that don't know, give us a little snippet of who iJustine is.
iJustine is a very OG technology YouTuber, tech YouTuber, gear YouTuber.
Yeah.
And she's done collaborations with Marquez Brownlee. I think her last collaboration with him was unboxing
Yeah.
mint condition iBook or something, which is pretty cool.
She has about 618K subscribes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Sorry, that was actually not
Tree, I've
true.
heard you attack iJustine on Twitter in the past.
Oh, I did? What'd I say?
You said, fuck iJustine. She gives a bad name to women and it was basically just she's just kind of an empty idiot.
Vessel?
Yeah.
She has 5.6
Ooh,
million.
I was
way off.
I gotta find out what I said. That's funny.
You 100% did, because I remember I didn't even know much about her, and I looked at Twitter one day, and you were just like going off on how much you hated iJustine.
That's so funny.
Damn.
I can't believe you don't remember it.
I don't remember it.
I remember every bad tweet I've ever made.
Ooh, really? Mad
For
tweet?
sure.
No. It must have been some specific video, and honestly, like, it's funny because it was probably out of context because somebody probably also tweeted it. So I could have just watched more of her videos maybe to get a better feel.
Nah,
it's
Nah, she is basically an Apple shill. She's like unquestioning Apple lover, and yeah, I don't like her either. I kind of supported your angry tweets.
That's great. Sorry, not sorry.
She's kind of like a like proud to be a ditz, and I think that's what you were trying to say about it. It was like she was like leaning into the idea that I'm just a girl, and who cares? Oh wow, this technology is so marvelous.
Oh God, no. Yeah, fuck her.
I just want to say for the Apple recruiters, I do not support this conversation.
You don't.
I'm with you guys 100%.
I hate iJustine.
Guys, speaking of 100%, it's I like 100% cotton as far as my fabrics go, and today is also International Sweatpants Day.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I don't know. Do you guys have a favorite pair of sweatpants? That you
Those
like,
one sweatpants that were on Amazon that had a pocket for your penis?
Oh,
yeah.
What? Hold on.
Weird. This is in our group chat the other day. My brother Sean.
This is like recent?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some.
I don't know if it's new.
It's like
we just found it.
Actually,
recently.
they're like thermals. They're like some thermal pants.
Introducing pants with a penis pocket.
Yeah.
But why do you need that?
I don't know.
No one knows.
Yeah, because usually like those pants kind of have a low
crotch.
There's a lot of there's a lot of room for your dong. But I guess like some people really wanted some separation. This looks like an elephant.
I think it's cool. I've honestly those underwear that like have a specific like slot for the wiener shaft.
Those are comfortable?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea. I don't understand. I think it's cool. I think that we should have form-fitting clothes. It's kind of like toe socks or toe shoes. Why not?
Oh, that is so true. Wow, you should get both.
Toe socks, penis.
Do you
pants.
think? I feel like you would keep heat in more without it though.
Yeah,
without it.
That's. I mean, I guess if you're going for
really
warmth.
crazy ball sweat.
Right, that's probably what this is kind of.
I put like baby powder in the pouch, keep it real dry.
Wow.
I mean, I want to try it. I want to give it a go.
I'd do it 100% for the look.
Does it have it like? I don't know if I necessarily found it. Is it like form fitting?
Yeah, it's like.
No, the one on Amazon was not.
It didn't go all the way around the shaft. It was like form fitting for the whole ball shaft unit.
Yeah.
Got it. It's like a pouch. Got it.
It's a pouch.
Yeah.
See, no, listen. If you're gonna go all the way, it needs to be a toe sock. I want discrete pouches for balls and cock.
Yeah,
yeah. And then they have little drawstrings for each for the ball.
Yeah.
The manufacturing for that is like a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's so intricate. That's like couture.
Yeah.
And like they get really fancy with like the materials, like your balls are like on this very like fine satin.
Oh wow, materials, that would be fun too.
I think the gay community would be really into this.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
that's why I'm saying you have to have discrete units because you want to show off your junk, but you're like, listen, officer, it's covered in cloth.
Is this men's lingerie?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Men's lingerie 2019.
Yeah, I'm seeing
men's lingerie
casual lingerie.
But I've never heard of like the casual lingerie.
Like lounge lingerie.
Yeah.
Athletic wear lingerie. I love it.
Yeah.
I've done a deep dive on this stuff, and I can tell you there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's a deep pouch.
But the thing is, what's interesting about this is that it's casual. Like I'm
but the thing is, but I've looked at lots of men's lingerie, and none of it has like a sporty feeling rather than like a sort of lacy, flowery feeling because they want to still be masculine.
Right, you're getting more of like
Unless
the
it's, like,
stripe
leather
down
or
the
something.
side.
Yeah, and I don't know what the future of men's lingerie is, but yeah, that is.
How could you
I think
know?
I've seen men's lacy lingerie.
Really?
I think so. On Amazon.
You can send me a link, or
I could.
all right, the Patriots versus the Chiefs. Final score takeaways: Brady. That is the number one search from like 2 days ago. You guys looking at the trending searches? Like we haven't talked about any of it except for like Martin Luther King Day was yesterday. That was the biggest thing yesterday with 2 million searches.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the roast of Tommy Lahren by Cardi B. That was great. That's number 4 for me for Sunday.
What?
The roast of who?
Tommy Lahren. You know who Tommy Lahren is?
Nah, I actually don't.
Tommy Lahren is that blonde, I'm going to say woman, who is a quote unquote conservative commentator.
Yeah.
She's really mean and very racist.
Yes.
And Cardi B, she's like really angry. Like she's like shouting into the camera every time she's on Fox News or whatever. And Cardi B just roasted her.
That is
That's
so
tight.
excellent. This isn't official. This isn't like Comedy Central. This is just her doing it.
Yeah, right. Just on Twitter, just straight up on Twitter.
Yeah,
Cardi B says. Cardi B told Tommy Lahren that she would walk her like a dog. Which, frankly, I don't know what that means, but that sounds like an epic burn.
Yeah.
Here, quote.
She's not.
Yep. Quote, I am Cardi B. She said, leave me alone. I will dog walk you.
That's good.
Here's a little clip of her roast. Let's see.
Talking about but Obama shut down the government for 17 days.
Yeah, that's not the roast, is it?
Grandma could check her blood pressure.
Oh, maybe not.
Is that the roast?
It sounds like part of the roast.
No, that's not. That was like
different. We've been referring to Cardi on a lot of political issues lately for some reason.
She has. She was talking about the shutdown too.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I will dog walk you. This is the one.
Oh, that's
one
the
day
one?
ago.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So, let's see. The caption says, I know a lot of you watch news, so I'm letting you know shit getting real. I ain't going to say nothing but much, though I don't want mofos to off me anyways. Twerk video out now.
Wow. You think Cardi B is like a mouthpiece for like some big secret organization trying
You
to
would think, but she's not.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think she's just a bad bitch.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then Tommy Lahren, in a response, plays the victim card and says, look up dog walk you and tell me what you find. This whole thing is textbook Democrat. You whine about violence and do PSAs about bullying, but applaud, encourage, and laugh at threats towards people who think differently than you. Then you justify it with labels like quote unquote racist.
Hello, but they're the ones that are always like being super mean. That's so stupid. I hate her.
I mean, Tommy Lahren is constantly shouting. I challenge anyone listening to this podcast to find a clip of Tommy Lahren where she's not yelling into the microphone.
Literally the rudest person I've ever seen on TV. Maybe.
Easily. One
of them.
But in fact, actually, if you want a great clip, she was actually on the Late Show, the new Late Show, and it's pretty good.
Wait, Tommy Lahren?
Yeah, Ms. Lahren.
Why did you hesitate to call her a woman? What's your impulse to call her?
I was going to think of something mean to say. I wasn't really going to categorize her as something different. I was just going to say like, meanie or butthead.
Maybe like a serpent.
Yeah.
She's a serpent.
She's 26 years old serpent from Rapid City. 5'5". Just get her stats here.
I just don't understand. Like, what do they expect for people to not also yell back? Like, Fox News and Friends are constantly yelling at people. That's just like, you know. So
It's just a classic. It's a classic 1, 2, 3. It's like it's classic bullying. Like you punch a nerd in the face, then they punch you in the face, and then you go to the principal and said they punched me in the face.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Just said perfectly. So it's great. I love that.
Roasted.
I love that Cardi B's been like real.
Cardi B's amazing.
Every time.
Cardi B and AOC forever.
It's funny because as a Dominican woman, she's like kind of like embarrassing sometimes because she's kind of like a bimbo. But I do appreciate a lot of things about her.
Well, I think that more generally, like
embraces her bimbo-ness. It's funny.
We need more clapbacks from the left, I think, and they need to be good, right? Like the problem is like Hillary Clinton could never deliver a fire clapback ever, and that's what we have Cardi B and AOC for.
Yeah, I guess if the right has Kanye, I guess we have Cardi B. Is that what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great, actually. That's great. That's actually very good.
Because it's only a matter of time for them to box. That was a really good fight.
Oh, my God. Cardi B would just... Yeah.
I think so, too. He's too timid anymore.
I know that. It's because, like, I think Cardi B used to be a dancer, and, like...
Yeah. She did.
Let me just say... Not having. He's got a dad bod.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But I mean, even just like I can't see Kanye West keeping up with like a clapback from Cardi.
Oh no.
Like he's just like not mentally agile.
Yeah,
Cardi B is like so on tip all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think the right probably appreciates Kanye's support, but if you listen to what he ever says, it's like nonsense. It's like a freaking rat's nest of thoughts. Like it's not like Cardi B's way more coherent.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Let's see here. Ooh, Jimmy Buffett. This is a good story, but I missed this completely. Jimmy Buffett's mic drop after the national anthem at NFL playoffs stirs reaction.
Why? He just wanted to drop the mic.
I actually don't know. I didn't see this at all. It seems amazing though.
100K searches.
Why did he drop the mic?
Let me see here. There was a buzz around. This is from thestate.com. There was a buzz around Sunday's NFL playoff game between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams, and it was not just because the winner advanced to the Super Bowl. Jimmy Buffett did something before the game started that caused a stir on social media. The music legend performed South Singer Banner, and when he was done singing, Buffett literally dropped the mic. Video posted to Twitter shows.
Ew.
So they were just mad.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's really funny though.
He literally dropped the mic for fun. Like I did such a good job. Drop the mic.
Are people mad because it was like a loud boom? It doesn't say.
No, because like,
no, I think it's
if you can't kneel during any sort of like sporting event, why the fuck should you be able to drop the mic?
Are you mad at Jimmy Buffett?
Rude. I don't know. I think it's rude, right?
I think it's like a statement though.
What is it? I don't know. What's the context?
I don't know.
What's the statement?
I looked at his body language, and it looked like he was like, okay, done with it, disgusting, ew, and threw the mic down.
Right.
Would you say?
Like he almost didn't believe, like he didn't believe what he was actually singing. He was like, get this away from me. Don't even touch me.
But this video that I'm watching it from, it's Jimmy Buffett's official Twitter account, and he says, wonderful honor, thank you. So... I don't know.
Maybe he was just like, "Fuck yeah, I nailed it."
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Looks like he's saying nailed it.
Absolutely.
I'll have to listen to it back.
But that's
lame. That makes sense.
So lame. Hold on, let's see.
But he's a dad. Like he's just like a dad. He's like, "Yep, got it."
Right. Okay, so I'm skimming the rest of this article, and it is people just like to see him do like a sort of baller move and be an old man. I think it's like watching like a grandpa dab is pretty much what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I think that's what's.
My grandfather just twerked. Wow, it's like holiday dinner.
Your what?
Like your
grandpa just twerked
or something.
Oh, that's not what I thought you said.
Okay, Margaritaville. I hate that song.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that like Jimmy Buffett is a lifelong chiller. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
He's trying to be on a beach drinking a margarita. That's what it is. He was just excited to get back to his Margaritaville restaurant.
Look, you got me. Okay, wait, I really like that.
Or maybe he was hanging out at Margaritaville prior, but maybe one too many.
Which is why he had to get that. He just had to get out of there.
He was feeling himself, guys. He was just feeling himself after a few margaritas, which who can blame you?
You know what? I can support that, I think.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing.
I'm looking for some more trends that we could talk about, but I'm seeing lots of sports. The Super Blood Wolf Moon, that was trending like both the other day and Friday, like leading up to it.
Do you guys want to talk about the rude high school children?
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? What?
You guys didn't see this? I
gotta say,
Covington Catholic High School.
The reason why I stopped doing SEO show is to avoid the news.
Oh.
What happened?
Well,
I didn't hear about it.
Wow, you guys didn't hear about this? Okay.
Nah.
No.
So this is a little bit of a social media story and a little bit of a real news story. So basically, on Saturday, some video circulated of a Native American man who was at the same location, Lincoln Memorial, as the Life March. There's a lot of pieces to this story, so I'm just gonna sort of blast really quick. So there was a March for Life, right, which is an anti-abortion march. It turns out a lot of like Christian schools send their children to these marches, which feels like a really weird thing, but that is also just the case. So this Catholic school sent their students to the March for Life, again, anti-abortion march at Lincoln Memorial. Mm-hmm. There was also some kind of Native American march. They're not related, though, right? This is just two things that happened in the same location. Mm-hmm. Then these MAGA hat-wearing Catholic school students got up in the face of this Native American man and were really mean to him.
Oh, my God.
And it just, you know, if you watch the video, it's a very upsetting video because these white kids in MAGA hats are just like, they're so, you know.
Privileged.
They're so privileged and they're so entitled and they're just like, haha, and they're shouting stuff at him. So this was a big news cycle, right? So, you know, that stuff blew up on Saturday, just the video. Like, basically videos were just popping up on Twitter of this, and it was a pretty one-sided story. Everyone was like, fuck these kids are assholes.
So you're going to defend the kids?
Oh, yeah,
you're coming out to defend the kids now?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm just describing the cycle, right? So then Sunday, everyone on the internet was like shitting on this Catholic school, right? Like everyone was getting death threats, like the principal and all the staff, like all the gears were turning in the news world because there wasn't really a lot of news happening against these kids. And then the kid, the kid's family released like a PR statement, you know, basically saying like, no, you guys all have it wrong. We were good. And of course, the very bad news media, which I sometimes hate, was just lapping it up because these kids are white and, you know, Anglo-Saxon. And they're like, oh, what if we got the story wrong? What if, in fact, the Native Americans are dicks?
Wow.
And then in the third wave of the news cycle, the people who were actually there were like, nope, the kids were actually dicks. I was there. And, you know. And yeah, I mean, like, just imagine a bunch of entitled, very wealthy, white Catholic school kids getting up in the face of a Native American shouting, build the wall, which, you know, in that context is terrible.
Yeah. I'm looking at, it's not even correct. Build a wall, like they're Native American. They're already, you know, that's also, I'm watching the video right now, and it really is like just a Native American man completely surrounded by like MAGA hat like wearing children that are like giggling and laughing.
Yeah, and just insulting and
and the one kid is literally maybe like a foot and a half away from his face, just staring at him with a smile.
Do you guys remember that one Daft Punk music video where that girl like took off her skin and then was just like a muscle person?
Oh yeah.
She like unzipped her face and just took off her skin like it was so clothes. Seeing kids like this that look pretty much like me make me want to zip off my skin and hang it up so that I don't have to go out in the world and people assume that I might be just like this kid.
Man, it was a whole situation.
Well, you got to start by getting rid of the MAGA hat.
Oh man, you sounded like Sean when you said that. That was really weird.
For the audience, that's our brother.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fucking terrible, man.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty much. I actually did. Now that you mention this, Evan, I heard someone else talking about this, so I did hear hints of this, and they were saying it's like insane. Like even the people who this was their land to begin with, the Native Americans, are open to the idea of more people coming in, open borders and stuff, even with their history of us taking their country. And just like it's so insane. We came in, we stole their land, and then we're shutting the borders down and being like, "This is ours." It's the timeline is pretty sad.
It's so.
I did see like a really fantastic tweet that basically sort of encapsulated this. I don't know if I can find it, but basically, the person who tweeted was a verified like newsy person. And they're like, you know, guys, if you wanted evidence that the wall is not about border security, the wall is a monument to white supremacy. Like that's when these kids are shouting, build the wall in the face of a Native American like elder. It's not about border security. It's about white supremacy. Like, let's just be real.
That's so right.
So you guys ready for the Civil War?
No.
The Civil War?
Yeah.
You know, there's been so many stories about a Civil War that have popped up in late 2018 and 2019.
Oh yeah,
and like
something brewing.
No, it's just like I guess it's more of a media commentary of like people love to talk about it.
Well,
like,
if we
culture.
keep talking about it, it's gonna happen because that's how things happen. So that's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. But yeah, like there's been a lot of stuff. I mean, like there's been really good. Let me pull this up really quick. I read something really fantastic about this.
The sad thing is because of commercials like that Gillette commercial, our kids aren't even manly enough to have another war.
Dude, I saw.
Oh god.
Oh shit! I wonder if that was well received. I don't know. People were making memes about like Gillette making the first razor.
No, it was not well received.
It was
the absolute opposite of well received. I'm just like, if you're crying online because a shaving commercial. Like, just imagine being the type of person who's like, I'm so offended by Gillette, who just is like a fucking razor company at CVS.
Yeah.
See, Gillette is threatening my masculinity.
So it was from like the right, like incel-y people that were like, oh, I'm so insecure about my manhood. I can't even be a good dad.
Yeah.
Like, that's
see here.
crazy.
So there's a really good article that everyone should read. Called The Surprisingly Complex Connection Between White Identity Politics and Explicit Racism, which has like a lot of it's one of those classic articles of like, hey, this person has a new book out called White Identity Politics, and I'm looking forward to reading it because like there's a lot of good studies in here that ask like if you're someone who like has a very strong identity complex about being white, like, are you necessarily racist? And that's not what the data showed.
Okay.
But, you know, I do think this is a topic that's, like, very interesting because, you know, the reality of the situation is just, like, where we are with politics is, like, people are just, like, you know, white people are just upset. They're like, well, but I wanted America to be white.
Right.
And the rest of every other community within the United States is like, but like we're here though.
Yeah.
And we're also citizens.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. I think we've just gotten to the point where it's like we can like all of the other groups that are saying like, hey, we're here too. Like we've said so much already, and still there's just so much tension that it's like the mirror is finally turning back around to where like now we're talking about white identity, like politics, like you know, like it's finally like, okay, we're probably just gonna have to like talk about this out loud, and you know, and especially even also like I don't know, I saw a girl at the airport reading a book that had the title on it. It said like white guilt. And she was like a white girl waiting in the airport, like waiting for her plane. I was just like, that's wild.
It's God.
you like go up through. You're like, what you reading there? What you got?
But it's like, I mean, it's like, come on, like every group on Earth has their own kind of like trauma and they have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. Like, so it's just like, I don't know. I guess the fact that this feels like new is like really interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. So I mean that's pretty much how I want to like, yeah, this story about these stupid Catholic school kids is just another notch in the white identity catastrophe that's happening in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think what's happening right now in the world is catastrophic enough and like enough of a crisis psychologically and somewhat physically in some places that we won't need an actual fucking war? Or you think things need to get worse before they get better?
I honestly think, going back to Evan's first point when he brought this up was the people, like hearing people say World War III or whatever at the end of 2018. Yeah. So I just finished watching Operation Infection, which is like a New York Times like little series. There's like 4 videos that all had to do with basically the timeline and history of disinformation. And so like going back to like, you know, Reagan times when like Russia and the KGB started to be more like involved in politics, and like their whole entire job was to create campaigns of disinformation. And like they ladder up to the present day where it's like, yeah, there's like a clip of Trump saying like, fake, I made that word up. I mean, people have said the word fake before, but like, you know, I'm the one to say it now. But really, like, fake news is like so pervasive around the world that places like in like Russia, they have like primetime television about how to discern what is fake and what is like real, because they're just so soaked in like basically the technology of the KGB constantly being operated on their own citizens. But anyway, so like they talk about a lot of different examples and like how they were successful, and like people still think that that AIDS was created by American, like, you know, American scientists, and like they just talk about how that's like a conspiracy theory that is like old, and they just talked about how this whole entire thing is like whack-a-mole, and it's like impossible. It's like it's a virus. Like it's even when the United States thought that they like, we got the disinformation campaign, we don't have to worry about it anymore, like these stories are gonna like go away, like to this day we're still talking about those stories. So the fact that like we've had so many like things, even just while Trump has been around, like these, like who knows, like what if like that, like maybe they're seeding the internet with these like ideas, like I don't know, it just kind of goes back to, like,
actually just an hour ago we posted on Engadget that WhatsApp has limited the forwarding functionality within the WhatsApp app in India to curb hoaxes. And that's pretty much what happened in Brazil with Bolsonaro. Yeah. Bolsonaro like definitely got elected in some part by WhatsApp hoaxes.
Wow.
It's insane.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, and the interesting thing is like to sort of like finish off this conversation about a civil war, it's just like it's not geography based. No. You know what I mean? Like if it was a North versus South thing, then like maybe I could see it happening, but it's just like your neighbor. Walk outside, you lock eyes with your MAGA hat wearing neighbor, and you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my trash in your lawn.
The hardest part is just going to be getting those people who, like for us, you clearly look at these people and you're like, well, they're racist. And maybe some of them in their hearts know that they are.
Not necessarily. Well, not necessarily. That's actually the point. That's actually the point of this article I was talking about. That like there are people who are, that's what the point of the article that I was talking about, the surprisingly complex connection between white identity politics and explicit racism, is that there are a lot of people who are like not racist. They haven't taken any racist actions, but they're just getting nervous about not being on top.
Yeah.
But I think
they see their privilege slipping away and they're like, oh no.
But I'm saying that explicit idea, like they're nervous about not being on top, I don't think that they would think that, you know, like I don't think that they
They don't understand.
They don't see that. Like
they don't understand what that is.
Yeah, the way they justify their thoughts are a bunch of other things. Like, well, we need to keep our identity and good fences make good neighbors. All these other things, and it's going to be really hard. I don't know what the kind of media. I don't know if there's going to be a good movie, a TV show, something that like helps build a bridge between the two. The people who are like, you know, not racist, but like protectionist or whatever, to help them like see themselves the way these other people see them.
Stop that shit now! I love everybody!
What is that?
I love you!
Sorry, I was trying to insert a Woah Vicky quote in there.
Oh. I love you!
Stop hating! Stop that shit now!
Yeah. But I guess all I'm saying is like, I just feel like there's like the words don't exist yet that are going to solve this problem. I feel like, and maybe this book Evan's talking about, maybe this new like way of thinking through it is going to be like some of the right language. But I just feel like the words haven't been said, the movie hasn't been made, etc., to build the bridge between these two groups of people yet.
And all I was saying, based on that reality, which is really probably like that's the psychological kind of like point that we're at, and we have to also contend with the other point is that we're simultaneously being like invaded through disinformation campaigns, because rule number one of a disinformation campaign is to like find vulnerabilities in society and put them against each other. So this is why like the whole Facebook fake news whole thing where Zuckerberg went to, you know, court, like that's why like all of this has happened. And like
do you watched Hypernormalization too, right? Yeah, that's the other good doc about that talks about the Russian propaganda ministry. And they said that another thing they did as soon as they started making all of this fake news, I guess you call it fake news, they just call it propaganda. As soon as they started doing it, they came out and said, we're actually doing this, officially announcing, hey, we're actually making propaganda. There's all this fake stuff out there. So people they're admitting to it. So that it made it so that everything you watch was watched with skepticism. So even if it's something that's true, if it seems a little fake or if it doesn't fit in with your worldview, you can immediately, you know that there's fake stuff out there. So you put this in the fake category.
Yeah, it's effective. I mean,
it's crazy.
And that's the thing is that like, you know, they just the ability on Facebook, it's like very simple actually. Like, if you know that like there are like racial tensions in Ohio, like you're just like, well, I'll just prop up a fake website or just a website that I just made in 2 seconds, and then just write about how I don't know, like they're Mexicans or something in Ohio, and they're like cook up some like fake numbers about how they're about to be like more Mexicans than white people in Ohio, and just put that on Facebook, and then suddenly. And like target that to Ohio, and suddenly you're just like, people are just like, oh my god!
You know, like that whole Hillary scandal with like the pizza shop, like that was like another.
Yeah.
That was like a legit. I'm not joking. That was a KGB like disinformation campaign.
The crazy thing is though, is that like that's so absurd. You know what I mean?
But
like,
that was one of the things that they talk about is that those campaigns. Here's actually it's called active measures. And there's 7 steps. It's like 1, find a crack in society or wherever. 2, the big lie. Like, what is the lie? 3, a kernel of truth. So, like, for that pizza shop, like, it was an actual pizza shop. You know, there are actual emails that were being exchanged between, like, the people that own the pizza shop and the person in government. So it was, like, kind of believable. And then 4, conceal your hand. So, like, it was a WikiLeaks thing, so it wasn't through Russia. And then it was conceal your hand. 5, the useful idiot. So who was the useful idiot at the time? Anybody on Fox News. And then 6, deny everything, which they did because it was like they said, oh, but wait, the pizza shop doesn't even have a basement, and it was like a child sex ring thing. But they were like, it was just like deny everything. They just denied it. And then 7, the long game. Like, the idea is that these are small infiltrations, but really, like, politically, the long game is to completely divide all Western allies from each other, so that Russia has, like, a fighting chance against, like, individualize, like, groups.
Yeah, Putin's like, I can't really make Russia better while I'm also the king of Russia. So what if I just bring everyone else down?
That's exactly what it is. That's like their long game.
So Rondo, you ready for me to connect this to YouTube culture?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So Shane Dawson of The Mind of Jake Paul, popular YouTube series, dropped a new trailer for an upcoming project called Conspiracy Series.
I just saw that.
January 30th.
I just saw this.
Oh shit! Who's gonna be on it?
That they don't know. They haven't revealed a subject for their thing.
They did. He said that if you watch on Keemstar, folks, he released a little bit more, saying that he's going to reveal a fake YouTube couple, like a fake couple, a fake ship. And then also, like, he said he's maybe gonna get sued by somebody. That's the only other thing. Thing is, though, like, like Shane Dawson has released conspiracy videos in the past. So, like, used to be his thing. He used to be known as the guy that made conspiracy theory videos.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, though, is just, like, at what point, and I've said this before, but, like, at what point do we just sort of acknowledge that, like, Shane Dawson is just profiting off disinformation as well?
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, no.
Absolutely.
I wanted to like him, and I kind of still do. But the problem is, I like bad people.
Is like such a deadly force that it is crazy. But I mean, like, I don't know, what is he doing? Is he spreading his old ones? Yeah, but the new series, I don't know. Actually, we'll never know. Do you think that was?
So I think that both of these things can exist at the same time. I think that he can be blatantly putting out pretty much disinformation. Like, he's creating a narrative, right? Like. Yeah. That's what the trailer is for. That's what an appearance on Keemstar is for. Is he's creating a narrative, and like I think that his fans absolutely can know that this is bullshit and still enjoy it at the same time.
No, yeah, suspending disbelief is like the scariest thing. It's like the audience is okay with the lie, and they're willing to believe it because it's entertaining.
Right.
And then it's okay. Here's another really good example. It's like fast food Twitter, basically, like Anime Wendy and things like that, like brands suspending or like becoming less of a brand that advertises to you products, but is becoming more of a personality. And so Anime Wendy is like an anime version of the Wendy logo of Wendy's. And all she does, she just roasts all of the people that are on Twitter, like she just roasts people. And it's like, people have suspended disbelief and actually kind of have become like, they have a fandom, like KFC, whether it's Wendy's, whether it's like, I don't know, any one of these chains, they get like fandoms. And it's because they like suspend the disbelief from this is an actual brand that's like trying to make money off of you to like defending the personality of that brand. But
because they want to live in the fictional world.
Because they choose it, yeah. And so that's why it's not hard to believe that people would be willing to just like, oh, but Shane Dawson is entertaining. Like, I'll believe the lie just because it's more fun.
Yeah. If you want me to...
That's dangerous.
Yeah. Well, you know what Wendy says, which is that the web and the internet is a literary place. It's a literary dimension, just like a movie. Mm. And just like a book or a movie can have a scene that is totally fictional, but say something super true about the world. That's what is useful about the internet. It's this like participatory, fictional, sort of like weird world between fake and real. And it's more, you have to look at it more as a piece of art. And what Wendy says is, the internet is, these are things that are true, or these are things that are true, but it's not reality. And so the place between the truth and reality is the place for political action. So like, I don't know, use this as like a weird mirror, as a weird reflection of ourselves, all these things that are happening. And like going back to like the conspiracy thing, like I just saw this thing about 2% of Americans think the earth is flat. So like when you hear that, it's not a matter of like, we need to get away this propaganda out of here. Like people are like freaking ignorant and believing whatever they want. And so we got to go from there.
Yeah.
Stopping misinformation is never going to happen.
Which, like, that's the thing that I sort of, like, give Dawson credit for, and why I'm not, like, completely anti-Dawson, is I do think that he's creating artwork that, you know, says something. Like, he is creating his, like, own literary little, like, world, you know, like, the trailer, at the very least, just exists in his own house, you know? He's creating a sort of, like, horror story within the context of his own house, and his ability to connect it to other YouTubers is not necessarily bad. And if, like, his entire audience knows that this is just entertainment, then, like, all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I guess the way I see it when we're talking about, like, a mirror is that he, at least he's, like, teaching people about the mechanics, about how a conspiracy theory is constructed, because it's like, this is fake, but check it out, you know? So it's like, we all know that this is fake, but this is how it's constructed. So it is a little bit of media literacy in the way that it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of like how you develop this kind of story. And that could be useful and also dangerous. Like, you know, useful in the way that 100%. You understand how stories can also not be real, and like how that this is a thing that exists. Like, you know, it's a level of education that you get through like watching somebody else's experience, which is like, I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there's also like the like Hulu, Netflix, like Fyre Festival documentaries.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
That's exactly what I was trying to transition for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, I haven't read any of the think pieces, but I'm sure they are, like, it's interesting to see two documentaries on the exact same subject and seeing the differences in the way that they cover it, and then you can see the subjectivities of the two filmmakers and how, telling the truth can be the truth both times, but you can come away with a different feeling about it.
Wait, what is this called?
Well, there's one documentary on Hulu called, I don't actually know what it's called, but they're both on the Fyre Festival, which happened like a year and a half ago.
I don't know what that is.
One's called Fyre Fraud, and the other one's called, I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, it'll be like this.
Netflix?
There's one on Netflix and one on Hulu.
Oh,
and so they came out this week, both of them, like within days of each other. And so people are watching both of them and comparing them. And so that is really like, I don't know if they planned that, but it is a great lesson in exactly what we're talking about. And like,
because recently I learned that the qualifications for a documentary, if it's submitted into a film festival, one of the things that you have to accomplish is not truth.
Yeah.
So that is so insane.
No. Did you see that on the video, Matthew Patrick? Film Theory?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, he has a film theory channel? Dude, oh my god.
So
yeah, no, it is really good. And his dissection of the Jake Paul, like Shane Dawson series is way better than anybody else's. His dissection of Jake Paul and Shane Dawson is like, I mean, he talks about all this, which is like,
whoa, I want to watch that. I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
It's really good. I definitely recommend his take on a lot of stuff, really. The T-Series versus PewDiePie thing he has a good thing on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say Shane in general, though, when we were watching it, we were talking about how, like, since he's the main character and the filmmaker, you can see the way he acts on film. And then he's like kind of a nervous, like jumpy person, it seems like, stressed out and neurotic. Yeah. And I felt like the whole tone of the video was stressed out and neurotic. So in that way, I feel like he wore his subjectivity on his sleeve or his bias on his sleeve because I felt like the whole video was almost his personality, but maybe that's me giving him too much credit.
That's interesting.
He does seem very sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you play that Woah Vicky clip again, Zach?
Yeah. Oh shit.
I think in summary, that's kind of the best place to really end it is just stop hating. Don't hate.
Like, as much as I hate Woah Vicky and how ignorant I think she is, I feel like I believed her in that moment.
No, I like Woah Vicky. I come like 360 like 10 times.
Wow.
I'm back on Woah Vicky's side. I used to hate her. We used to talk about her, and I used to be like, don't talk about her. Just don't. But now I think I support Woah Vicky.
Stop
That's words to live by. That's words to live by.
That was
Honest to
great.
God.
I freaking love Woah Vicky.
Yeah, I think we should. That's probably a good spot to leave it.
Somebody showed a
this
picture
week.
of her compared to like one of those like the squirrel from Madagascar, and it was like exact. But I do love her. Okay, should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
I think so.
Should I throw the ska back on?
Let's skank it.
Oh shit! I gotta turn on my Bluetooth. Can you guys vamp for a sec?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know
Good
what
show.
vamping is.
Good show, guys. Really good stuff.
Vamping is showbiz terminology for fill the time.
Oh, tight. So I got a new lens.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I really like
it. Okay, so we're back. Thanks for being here, everyone. SEO Show is back in action. We'll be here every week. Maybe I'll do video ones again soon. I don't know. That was a lot of work, and freaking nobody watched them.
Yeah, check out last week's show. It's pretty. I think it's pretty funny. I think you guys are really gonna like it.
And now we're verified. So we're gonna start
Fuck
getting
yeah.
views.
All right. Thanks for everyone for being here, and see you next time.
Later.